And here they are, delicious ribbon cookies, the final Christmas cookie to complete our 12 Days of Christmas Cookies marathon. We did save the best for last, and I can't wait to show you how to make these. Let's get started. To a bowl, we need 12 tablespoons of softened butter. If you're in the US, that's 1.5 sticks of butter, and 2/3 cup of sugar. We're gonna mix this until it's nice and creamy. I will post an ingredients list towards the end of this video. It is also posted down below in the video's description box. Next, we need 1 egg, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Mix, mix, mix. For the dry ingredients, we need 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're gonna mix this until just combined. Okay, this looks good. We're going to lightly flour our work surface and turn our dough out. We're gonna take our dough and ball it up into a nice big ball. The flour is just so it doesn't stick to everything. Something like this. Then we're gonna quarter our cookie dough. And just like back in your Play-Doh playing days, we're gonna take a quarter and roll it out into a 12-inch long rope. Honestly though, you can make your rope as long or as short as you like. Place your rope on a parchment-lined baking sheet like so. Grab a wooden spoon, or in my case I have this white one here I purchased from Walmart. We're going to take our handle and press it down into the rope like this, also being very careful not to go all the way down to the bottom. Repeat the same on the opposite side. We're basically making a well for our jam. If you don't have a spoon like this where the handle is one size all the way from end to end, you can use the bottom of your spoon or the bottom of a teaspoon. If you want to make the well for your jam a little bit bigger, just rock your spoon from side to side. It's also a good idea to pinch the ends like this so none of your jam slides out during baking. Speaking of jam, this is the one I'm using. Use whatever flavor is your favorite. Place your jam in a sandwich baggie and pipe it into the well of each cookie. Go ahead and be generous with your jam as this cookie will spread out during baking. If you need to, grab a skewer or a toothpick to even out the filling by brushing it around as needed. Into the oven at 350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes depending on your oven. I took mine out right at 15 minutes. Before we do anything like slicing them, we need to let them sit for 5 minutes undisturbed. After 5 minutes, we can start cutting them at a diagonal. You can make these as wide as you'd like. The recipe does suggest to make them at least 1 inch wide for each cookie. Even though it told me to expect around 50 cookies, I ended up with like 60. Once you've sliced your cookies, we're gonna let them cool completely on a cooling rack before we apply our icing. And for that, we need 1 cup of powdered sugar and 1 tablespoon of milk. I added in 2 tablespoons. I have no idea why. I just did. I'll show you what my mistake looks like. The icing looks alright at first, but then it sort of bleeds together. It's not a bad look, it's just not the one I want. This can easily be fixed by adding in a spoonful or 2 more of powdered sugar. Then you'll get something like this. I like this look a lot better. These cookies were so good. The amount of cookie you get and the fact that you don't even have to chill this dough makes this cookie worth it. Here's that ingredients list. And that concludes our 12 Days of Christmas Cookies series. A big thank you to everyone that took a part in eating all 12 cookies, friends, family, and coworkers. And another big thank you to all of you who watch my content on a regular basis. The amount of support and positive comments y'all leave is always heartwarming and appreciated. Thank you all, and Merry Christmas.